Okay. Yeah. See you. Good to be here. So I figured out last time the reason why, for some reason, my messages weren't going through had to do with some weird behavior with the the VPN I was using, for some reason blocking the messages going through. I don't know what was going on. It was weird. Anyways, this time it's not doing it, so. Okay, let's see. I can drop this. Wow, look at all the... We've got lots and lots of...
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Lots of fuel here. Okay, we don't need to carry all this. Let's drop most of this for now. We could always break that down, but there's easier ways to get metal, so. There's all these, right? Okay, we're good, good. I think our biggest concern is going to be food. We're still a little light on food, but we haven't looted here, so hopefully we'll find more stuff. Yeah, we're good for scrap material. Okay, we looped through here already. We haven't gone. Then these. Oh, we did come through here already. Okay. But I don't think we've been through the rest of it. Yeah, lots of scrap metal. So yeah, it's been a pretty quiet day today. I had one work meeting with my boss, basically to tell me that I can. She gave me the okay to work more hours in the fall. So on the books, it's supposed to be around 12 and a half. And she says, you're not going to get flagged if you go up to 15 occasionally.
I'll take it. Because
sometimes there'll be enough work for me to do 15 hours in a week. Plus I could use the pay, so. Ooh, Tormuse, welcome in. I'll give you a shout out. Just catching up here. See if this loads video. Does it work?
This way. So if I continue to hug the left wall, I can look over there. We want to double check, make sure I got these crates here. Yes. Okay, let's go this way.
So one of the things I am trying to figure out is
we need a tree seed.
Okay. Let's try this here. I don't know why I never hear it. Weird. Okay, yeah, so it seemed to work. Yeah, the thing that continues to be weird is that I can't hear it on my side. Sound alerts and those clips, they'll play, but I don't hear the sound. It announced a raid, but there's no... I really need to have like an alert for raids. I really should have a separate alert. Yeah. We should make something fun for that. True. True enough. Collecting all the pry bars. I was just saying that though. The problem is that none of the sound alerts seem to play through my headset. So I never hear the sound alerts. I just have to pretend that I heard them. Oh, I was not supposed to tell people that. Just pretend to be surprised. Pretend to be unfazed.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It's been ages since I've seen a Machina show up in one of my runs. That is wild. Wow. That's pretty cool. I mean, granted, this is a custom run, so who knows what we'll find. I mean, it's supposed to be all interloper loot, but there's, like, we find, like, gun clean kits too, so it's like a little bit of everything. Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, we'll use this time to do some repairs.
Man, I could eat anything.
Oh, we don't want to lose our well-fed here. Okay. Big Mac. Okay, we're nice and toasty. Yeah, I know. As soon as I said it, I was proud of myself. Oh.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
We're doing cloth-wise. We're good. So what else we have? More matches. This is so different from our matchless run. Another hacksaw. I think our current hacksaw is in good shape. Yeah, 30%. We don't need to worry about it. Forget about it, right? We can forget about it. Still got that one to cook. So yeah, for fall at least, I think I'm going to be fine in terms of amount of work. Plus, I'm editing someone's novel in September, and I'm hoping to pick up some more writing coaching work. But there is still some uncertainty about what the university can provide me for the spring. I'm waiting for a job to get posted. It's a 1-year position. Should show up sometime in September. And I'm also looking at, yeah, I mean, like, if I don't get that position, then I will probably be doing even more consulting work until I can find something more regular. Unless you guys want to pay me enough money to stream all the time. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It just, I mean, I was thinking about adding another game to my repertoire, and so I've started playing, just the last couple days. I've been playing off-stream, Tiny Bookshop. I don't know, Tormuse, have you played Tiny Bookshop yet? Basically, you run a small independent bookstore that's in a little... Yeah, I mean, check it out. It's actually pretty fun. I say that because it's basically like being a bookstore owner and a librarian rolled into one. Yeah, there's the Steam page for it. But anyways, it's been pretty fun. It's not super complicated, I'll admit. There's a little bit of challenge to it, but it's not, you know, it's not like a high, it's not a survival game. But there is an element of like, customers come in and occasionally they'll ask you for like recommendations. They'll say like, I'm looking for, I like nonfiction and I'm looking for something with animals in it. And you kind of browse through your bookshelf and identify, you pick one that you want to recommend. And if you pick something that fits their criteria, then, you know, they'll go on a spending flurry and they'll buy like extra books, you know. If you don't, then they're disappointed. And then there's like some other story elements going on too, so. But it's a very cozy casual game, yeah. But I mean, sometimes it's what you want, right? You're like not looking necessarily all the time to have like a high stress, intense game. Hey, I may not be a dad, but it's just kind of like an adult simulator, you know. It's like, oh yes, manage an actual job, you know. But it does kind of reflect aspects of the job that I do like about being a librarian. Is sort of those conversations with people and finding things that are a match. I mean, it's the same thing I enjoy about being a writing coach and and a creative writing teacher is the same thing. It's the ability to connect people with resources, inspire them, get them thinking creatively about reading and about other things. Yeah. But it's a nice counterbalance. Anyways, the reason why I brought it up is, like, in addition to it being something that I would play, and have been playing, it also is a game that seems, at least at the moment, to have some popularity. So, the amount of people watching it is much, much higher than Long Dark. And I think the novelty of, hopefully the novelty of having someone who is a published author and a librarian playing the game might draw in some extra viewers for me. We can talk about books. I'm certain that it's going to draw in viewers who will want to talk about books. Yeah, I'm certain I was a kid. I was like, ugh. I mean, my dad's favorite games were SimCity. He really loved SimCity. Railroad Tycoon. I think those were the two big ones I really liked. Railroad Tycoon because it was both like a simulator and also there was a lot of history in the game, and he was a librarian and oversaw. He was supervisor over a small collection. A special collection of historical materials. So, yeah, that was right up his alley. Yeah, I have a funny story about Railroad Tycoon. I played it so much as a kid in high school. I was in International Baccalaureate, and I was getting ready to write the IB history exam. And so, if you're familiar with International Baccalaureate, the tests are all designed elsewhere and then shipped all over the world. So your local instructors don't know anything about. They know the general categories of things that will be on the exam. And you're advised, to pick the questions that, as students, you're advised to choose the questions that you feel like you can offer an adequate response on in your essay responses. And so normally, you're prepared for certain subjects, and that's what they expect to see you write on. So my history teacher would, hold me aside after the exams were done, submitted, graded, and then he asked me, he said, "Well, I noticed you wrote an entire essay on the economic impact of railroads on on the Western United States. This is we didn't cover that in class. This is how did you decide to do that?" I said, "Well, funny thing, I was playing this game." And, it's basically a whole simulator around sort of the economic impact of railroads, right? And the manual comes with, like, detailed historical notes and context. And inside the game, you have many opportunities to read. And if you want to spend the time studying, you could actually read up about all these different things. Yeah, we're carrying, like, all this metal with us right now. We're getting ready to go forge. We're kind of overzealous right now. We probably should just dump some stuff for now, but I can tell you it's not food. It is coal. We've got lots of coal on us. What's over here on that? Yeah, so Railroad Tycoon helped earn me my international baccalaureate. So there is value in playing games sometimes. I realize matchless is also a description of poor Astrid in Great Bear. Trying to survive a single scene in Great Bear. Okay. You know what, we're just gonna crash here, I think. We're also exhausted, that's why we're so slow. Well, Will is the reason why you don't get together with your ex, right? So Will is stuck in the past. We've had this conversation before. It's like Will is stuck in the past. Astrid's always looking forward. Astrid doesn't need Will and his heavily laced coffees. Well, Astrid's busy trying to save the world, right? And Will's not there. Okay, so let us see what we can do here in terms of cleaning up our inventory. In a bad case of nostalgia, growing up with Boards of Canada 80s music. Boards of Canada? Boards of Canada? I don't think I know this reference. Like billboards? Like film board movies. Got it.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, we're gonna need to find more food soon. Okay, let's see. I mean, this is nice. We're going to travel with enough metal that we won't have to spend much time scrapping things. So we're at 17, so it's 5 and 3. That is 8, leaving 9. 18 arrowheads. That's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Oh, plus all these ones, right? a lot. We have a lot of metal. Because we had a whole bunch of extra can openers and pry bars. And we're just going to clean out our crappy torches. I'll give you a number here. Oh. Okay. Okay, so how much metal? We have 23. That's more than enough. Okay, so here's a little bit of extra food for us.
I could eat anything right now.
It's not 46 arrows. We're gonna make a hatchet and we'll make a yeah, we'll make the hatchet and we'll make the knife, and then that's 8, and that just leaves us then with okay, good. 8, that will leave us, there's a little bit of food. So that'll give us 15, 30 arrows. That's more than enough. We don't need 30 arrows.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
We got plenty of matches. We're not worried. Opposite of matchless. Let's put this. We don't need more cloth at this point. So anyways, one of the things that happened after I started playing Tiny Bookshop is it made me want to make another game. I know I have all these unfinished games, but it made me want to start working on a new, I had this concept for a new game that was basically Tiny Bookshop, but in a fantasy world. And I wouldn't replicate sort of the gameplay exactly. I think I'm more interested in sort of the idea that you play as a bookseller who sometimes, and this reminds me a little bit of what's it called? Let me pull this up here. It's another game that this reminds me of. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can remember. Moonlighter. Have you ever played Moonlighter? It's a shopping game, a shopkeeping game. So you basically are in charge of a small shop, but then you go into a roguelike dungeon to find things that you can sell. To fund, so that's basically the concept. So I am not necessarily interested. So yeah, Moonlighter's been around for a while. I think I have it. I think I have a copy of it already somewhere. I don't know if I have it on Steam or if I have it on Good Old Games, but yeah, there's Moonlighter. See, look, I'm doing the librarian thing, doing recommendations. Yeah, it's like, oh, you might enjoy this. If you enjoy this, you might enjoy this. One of the things I was telling my boss was that she asked if I would be, she had asked me earlier why I had not applied for, she says, like, I probably shouldn't ask you this, but there was a position she was aware of, and she had asked why I hadn't applied for it. And I had said it was because, one, I didn't think I had all the skills that they were looking for, and number two, I wanted to avoid getting myself trapped in something that felt increasingly like a developer role instead of a role in which I could be a librarian or a teacher. Because that's where my heart really is at, is doing that type of work. So like the developer role meets a need, but it doesn't. Ooh, score. Yeah.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
But I don't really want to go back to my life when I was a computer games programmer. It was just kind of hellish, honestly. I was not living my best life. Yeah, you should definitely grab it. It's definitely worth it. At least to try out, right? Oh, Mr. Bear is out. Are you coming or going? You're going.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Hey, Addy Cats, thanks for the hydrate. Welcome in. I think we just lost our muse to the 90% off Moonlighter. Let's see. I'll give you a shout out, Addy Cats. I don't know if you stream, but we'll find out. I do not want to walk into the bear.
It's very big.
I can't take advantage of this time. Long dark player.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, post stuff. Post stream stuff. Oh, this bear can't decide where he's going. The bear really can't decide. Okay. Go here. Go away, Wolfie. Okay. Ooh, that was close. It kind of reset faster than I was expecting. I don't know what this bear's up to.
This'll come in handy.
Okay, where are you, Mr. Bear?
All I can think about is food.
We do have a flare gun, so we can actually fight the bear if we need to. But I also have a trick, which I've done on a couple streams already, where I have no weapon and all I have is a torch. And you boop him on the nose with the torch. Okay, he's interested in coming at us, I think.
Perfect.
No, you can make him run away here. Hey, maybe we should try to engage him with the flare gun, right? We do have a flare gun. It is loaded. Is he going to notice this? It's going to turn on this soon here. Moonwalking. Yeah, went low. Oh well. I mean, I could have waited for a charge, but our goal is not to kill the bear. Our goal is to get into the right thing. Yeah, apparently he sped up. I didn't realize the bear could corner as quickly as he did. Yeah, that was a novice mistake. It was nice having a Mackinac. Briefly. We were so close.
Right? I'm gonna have to stop that bleeding somehow.
On us.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay. Infection risk. What do we have here? How bad is our clothing situation? 82, 92, survival. Use gnawing on our feet. Oh, that got beaten up pretty badly. Ooh, well, it's still there. Okay. Things could have been much, much worse. Free food?
I'll take it.
I've never had free food inside. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see what happened. Did our bedroll get... Where's our bedroll? Did we drop our bedroll out there? We probably dropped our bedroll out there. Okay, let's get our stuff down.
Rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
There's some extra antiseptic.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I can't believe. I don't know why I didn't move faster on that. I should have just abandoned stuff and run, or I should have had the gun out the whole time. I don't know. Lots of woulda, shoulda, couldas. But definitely not my finest hour. So did we leave the bedroll in Hibernia, or did we leave it on the ice? Cracker box. Yeah, the bedroll's out there.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
No. Anytime
Come on,
you go through a
Loper.
bear attack, it's a good day. Even if you regret setting yourself up for it, you know. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7.
Man, I am too tired to think straight.
Okay, let's cook the fish. I was really hoping there to be more, but it's not a coho, it's just a rainbow. Okay, so oh, what's that? I guess we could do this first. And spend 2 hours crafting some initial arrowheads. And we can drink coffee. Okay, so here's the big one. 4 hours and 3 hours. Oh, I keep on thinking it's 5 hours, 4 hours.
I need to find food.
Don't get sick. Okay, good.
I'm so tired, I could lay down right here. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oops. I accidentally threw away our last stick. 5 scrap left.
All I can think about is food. I just need to close my eyes.
There we go.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer. I'm starving. Man, I could eat anything.
Crackers to save the day.
God, I'd eat anything right about now. Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do about that.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
I think we are going to have to lose our well-fed bonus. Don't really see any other way around it.
I could eat anything right now.
Yeah, I think we just accept that we can't get it, keep it right now. Not until we have a bow and arrow. Yep.
I can barely walk with this much gear. I gotta eat soon.
One arrow left. I don't think we killed the bear. We killed the bear! No, that's bear attack survived. We didn't kill the bear. I remember one of the weirdest stats that they collected in here was, yeah, can openers found. This is really custom. But we're working. So we'll continue to do repairs.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
We got no more leather. Okay, or at least back up to 18. Even if we're not fully recovered, we're a lot recovered. So I need more leather. And other than that, we're pretty solid. Okay, we're gonna see if we can find a deer carcass over here. So yeah, with Tiny Bookshop, I think I might do a stream. I might try a stream tomorrow since I don't have any work. I've got little projects to work on, but I don't have anything to work on. So I think that might be a way to experiment, see if I draw in a different audience, and if I enjoy streaming it. Ooh, big wind again. Excuse me while I boot this guy. Block. Go away. Someone else's home. Okay, well, we're still a ways out from that. Even if I do seem a little bit sleepy.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Okay, so one of the things we have to get used to is the fact that there are no rabbits in the game at all, which means the only guts we're going to get are the ones from beer purposes until we start doing other things. We can't kill anything else without the bow, unless we get super lucky with the but we didn't. We'll go lighthouse. Yeah, we're going to the lighthouse because the bear is patrolling again. Is the bear going to chase us? That's what I want to know.
I'm starving.
Figures.
I think I need to lie down.
Yeah, my other plan for this weekend is to sit down and draft out at least 3 different ideas for campaign starts, and then float them with my camping, with my D&D group, and see which one they want to run for the fall. Haven't decided if I'm going to build off of something I've done before, or if I'm going to do something brand new, or a variant of something I've done before. Sometimes I like to take old campaigns that were either interrupted and didn't get finished, or they went completely differently than expected, and there's still something, some core idea that I think would be fun to play with that we didn't get a chance to play. Yep, there's nothing here.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Definitely no shortage of matches. Or fuel. Ooh. I think there's usually food here. Ah, very good.
Use this.
Forage. That will buy us at least a day or two of food.
Man, all I can think about is food.
Yep, we can fix one other thing.
Barely walk with this much gear. Come on, little fire. Oh, it's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Looking for...
backpack is getting too heavy to carry. I am not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay. Too gusty outside.
I need to find food. I need to find food. I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, I'm gonna run it back to the mine. Leave that's there. Go back to the other locations, gather the rest of our stuff, and then back. That's it. I think there's something over here. We haven't checked. That's not a good thing. Wolf. Wolf coming for us. Okay. There's always a deer carcass up here and sometimes food. But canned food, so always a chicken. And I think it's still true that on lower difficulty settings you can usually get yourself a bow. Making Desolation Point a really awesome place to start if you want to do a bow stalker run, which is basically stalker, but you don't use the guns. It's technically our third box of crackers, which I need to take. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Okay. think we'll go up this way. Most likely run into this. Let's see if the wind dies down. Nope, still this. It.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see where we're at. We are on day 25 right now. So we made it 4 more days. We are waiting for the ingredients to finish curing so we can make our bow. And how I'm doing for 36 arrowheads. We don't need that many arrowheads. Oh, and we don't even need to carry the hammer with us anymore, so let's drop that. Let's see. I think we may have accidentally dropped twice, 2 different things. What did we drop? Oh, we just dropped the hammer. That's good. Return cabin view. 26 days. Okay. Okay, everything else is curing. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, 26 days. Let's update our counter here. 26 days. We found 3 boxes of crackers. Okay, this is where we save. Okay, we've officially saved. Let's go read something. 2 requests, something from someone else, and then another, well, and then I'll close with a poem of my own. So let's see if we can find something that jumps out. Let's see here. Got some new books of poetry recently. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is from Garrett Hongo's Ocean of Clouds. And let's see what I can read here. published, I believe, this year, 2025. Yeah. See if we can find one that's not too long. Okay, so this is Horizon, February, Eugene, Oregon, for Al Young. Horizon is a poem dedicated to the dawn, or actually to the morning. Horizon, right? Morning, or is it spring? Obad is the dawn. No, I think it's a morning song, but I might be wrong. It's a morning prayer. That's what it is. Okay. Months of heavy rain, and the back lawn is an emerald pond with islands of fig and apple trees and their dirt collars darkening under the pixelated gray of a computer screen sky. I've cinched my desires in a handful of thin books, wired the dwarf pines and maples in their pots on the deck, and instructed them in soul train and breakdance poses to beguile my children and signify what's past, which is various. Motown and Minyo blaring together on the PA of my high school gym, emanations of soul and shamisen from the living room stereo back when I was a child. Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come, rising like a willow tree by a smooth flowing river, banded with a long slick stars streaking across its back, and a wall hanging of calligraphy and gaudy prints over the silver-toned console. I tell myself I've drifted too far now to go back. My karma, the boat of a dry leaf caught in the swirls of that river, taking me from ghetto to this immaculate garden without stain or confusion. Everything's so calm and forgotten. The anguish I have, like the darting squirrel that emerges, a nervous and comic thing, unavailed of all that refulgence and splendor that surrounds him, and would inspire a lapse from instinct and pain, if not for the immutable worry that jags through his heart like a dance. Okay. So I would say I met Garrett Hongo a number of years ago. He's kind of a senior Asian American poet from at least one or two generations before me. And the thing I noticed about this book is that it's really a book of reflection and dare I say nostalgia. So there is a lot of this looking back on life and this weaving together of multiple periods of time into one reflection. They're not necessarily like stunning or like action-packed or like deeply dramatic poems, but they are quiet reflection with bits of humor and bits of surprise and mystery and wonder kind of worked in, which in a way is kind of like it's the reference there in the title Ocean of Clouds is a term actually I learned when I was in Taiwan. It has to do with when you are high enough up on the mountain. In some of the oldest temples were built high on the mountaintops in China because they wanted them to be above the clouds so that you could look out and you would see this ocean of clouds before you. You could not see the world below. It was like you were in the heavens. So I think that's kind of a reference there as well. So let's see. Let's find something of my own to read then. And then we'll wrap up with a raid to someone else. Thank you, Tormuse, for your earlier raid. Letter 17. I guess it's time to go back and read another letter poem. I really do need to send out the remaining letter poems so that I can read them. I need them to get published somewhere. So, okay, letter 17. Pulled over at the side of the road with miles left to go, I rest at the far edge of your name and write. Outside, the fields move dark with the memory of slow horses and you in the wind. Rain breathes low on the neck, stains the half-wound window and the empty seat beside me. I cannot sleep, but turn to the sky, wondering who else looks up at this hour when even the stars have dimmed their lamps and crept back into their silent cells to dream. All night this longing grows like a white grief laid in the wild grass, or the long shadow of fire against the world filling with coal-eyed crows, and the sound of the river sinking out of sight. So that was letter 17 from Letters to the Unknown Wife, an unfinished project, which maybe it's time, now that I've finished my coursework, finished my degree, and I've got a little bit of a cap on the number of hours I can work a week. I think it's time for me to devote more time to my creative work, and obviously I want to pick up more coaching work and more editing work, but more writing time, I think, to finish some of these projects, start some new ones, and so maybe we'll see more of these. At the very least, I'll be sending out the remainder to see if I can find some places that will take them, and then at least I'll have more to read, because there's at least 4 or 5 more that haven't been published, and I need to just get them done. And then there's probably, I think if I go through my unpublished material in drafts, like really incomplete stuff, I think there's probably things I can repurpose and bring them into this form. Okay, but that's it for us tonight. Let's get ready for our raid.
Scrub bushes around. I have to say scrub bushes so slow. I always say scrub brushes, which is also a thing, right? It's like a brush you scrub things with. Not in this game. Man, that's the only thing that pisses me off about like two-factor authentication and stuff, is like, what if you change your number? You have to think of every account you've ever had and change them. Like, it's just so much effort. Yeah, fair enough, dude. I really don't want to put a call on this. I'm gonna have to put 1. At least. You cannot. Oh my god, I thought you couldn't put a bedroll here for a second. I was about to cry.